let's talk about both insights in optometry and then total convenient office blindness. It's not a happy story. Fortunately, because of people like Jacob Rafelson and Prentice, there was insight there. But the great mass of people demanding extremely sharp vision instantly rules the day. And the optometrist supplies the instantly business. You would think that some would wise up. They do, but there's a terrible compromise. They won't tell you anything. So they try to prescribe something in ignorance and your ignorance, and the results are poor because you don't know what you're doing or why you're doing it. That is virtually a guaranteed failure. But even so, some optometrists advocate what is called a bifocal. Well, that's granny glasses, but they use it on children. Now, why would they do that? It's good they did, because you learn a lot from it. With a child, if you put a plus lens on, the kid doesn't know what's going on, he'll pull the work in like that and read that way. Doing that totally cancels out the whole intent of the plus. Almost. But because you can force a child to wear the plus, you can get results. Even with that fact being of extreme limitation, because you can't control what the child is doing with the lens. If you're a mature adult, you could control it if you had the motivation to do it. The bifocal, or I would prefer to call it plus lens at 20/40, when you control the situation, shows prevention's possible, but also means long-term plus wearing. And that is where you must make a choice. A difficult choice, because everybody says, I want to throw away all glasses and get away from me with your plus lens. You say that, and you've lost it. I leave it up to you. I will post the statistics of a plus study. And then, if you're 20/40, 20/50, 60, you make a choice. Now, I wear a plus for prevention. I started at 20/50 because I could still close past the DMV. And I knew it was extremely important that I do it. So I'm now 20/20. But I will not make claims much beyond the level of passing the DMV to start this process. It's all a matter of choice, scientific choice. So how was this done? The guy who wrote the study proposal was Francis Young. So he had kids, half of them wore the bifocal, half of them wore a single minus with appropriate controls. Now, if you're intending to do something, you need to understand that study, both the goods and the bads of it. Because if you don't, you're not going to do anything. The big thing that happens with Jake and Deep Appreciation is they never look at a Snellen. As far as I'm concerned, they've lost it when they don't do that. They're relying on an optometrist who wants to make money off you, selling you a strong minus. And that's a losing proposition in every way you can think about it. So, when I talk to somebody, they give me a prescription, say, I got a -1, should I do, Bob, so forth, so forth. I say, get a Snellen, put it up, and see if you can read the 20/40 line. And then there's no response. It's like brain dead with them. Okay, suppose that. Okay, now let's go back to the plus study of Frank Young. Now, it's been said that it was not significant. It was profoundly significant. If you know statistics, the p-value was like 0.00001 for 1 year of the study. fantastic science and correct. But it's also telling you, you've got to start doing this when you're close to passing the DMV, entering a four-year college. I'd like to summarize the statistics. Okay, given the impossibility of kids of getting to wear a plus property, they still did it and it worked. The kids wearing a plus did not become nearsighted in 5 years. The kids wearing a straight minus became seriously myopic. The rate for the kids wearing the plus was 0 diopters, meaning effectively at 24 they did not become myopic in 5 years. Kids wearing the minus, steady rate, half a diopter per year. Each year, year after year after year. After 6 years, they'd be 3 diopters myopic. Now, how do you get out of 3 diopters myopia? I don't know, and in the basis study, I'd have a hard time saying you can, which is the whole reason why you need to start wearing a plus when you're still reading the 20/40 line. No optometrist is going to look you in the eye and explain this to you, and he sure as hell will not help you with any of this, which makes you very intelligent, motivated, or you got a lost cause. Because of that study, I cannot advocate recovering much beyond 2060 or 2070, because it means long-term plus wear if you're in college. And now a choice, a serious choice, because people don't like wearing glasses. You come right very clear to me, right through to me. I draw lines, say, and if you really want completely out of it, that is what it's going to take. I assume most people will forget it. Why must I wear glasses? So I don't have to wear glasses. I hear you again and again. That's your choice. But I do owe it to you to show you the statistics, which are compelling for me. If by Jake's program you manage to read the 20/60 line, my chart, bright light on it, read most of the 20/60 line, that's where you begin using the plus and no minus. Again, that's a serious choice, I know. Now, who's done this? Well, let's face it, nobody. Most people will not do it. Pilots will do it because it's a huge amount of money for them. It takes time, intelligence, but this type of plus wear doesn't cost anything. You just must be very intellectually competent, must understand science facts, and your personal commitment with your own Snellen. Now, I prefer to use a trial lens kit because I know I must do it myself. The trial lens kit might be optional, but it's not for me. So I have no arguments in an OD's office. He doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't want you to know about it. He doesn't care. He doesn't care to know or understand anything. So, keep him out of it. People say, oh, I got to go doctor, got a doctor to check this. Doctor will tell me everything. You're deceiving yourself immensely when you say that. He doesn't care. Only you can really care for yourself. Yes, this is tough. And it really does depend on, I call it scientific insights. Science must make sense to me, and this makes sense to me on a scientific level. If you study a think box camera, it will not make sense to you. But that is still an issue for you to resolve. No, you should not wear a plus if you're like -8 diopters. It's too late for you. You got down to -8 because somebody overprescribed you year after year after year, and that really took you down. Now, who is responsible? The person who put you in that first line minus and didn't say anything. I'm sorry, but medicine is not science, and medicine does not care about anything. They don't care about you. They don't care about your distant vision. All it is, they want to impress you how great doctors they are by holding up a minus lens and impressing the hell out of you. I'm sorry. They should do better. They should know better. But they're never going to do that. And I can't change them. I can present science, but I cannot change that attitude. A few more minutes. As Jake and I say, take a totally minus lens, nor Y, put a -2 diopter in it, in 6 months you'll have a myopic eye. This is a dynamic eye. That's science. This is what virtually every OD will deny to your face. You have to make a choice between science and the tradition of the last 400 years. I hope you choose well. Thank you.